Am I uncomfortable? No. I think I respect regulatory bodies doing their job. And any regulatory process that asks questions, we have to, I think, professionally respond to, which is what we've done. We are dealing with each one of these entities as per the process. We have clear answers. I believe quite comfortably, if the process is going to be judged on facts, then unquestionably we will prevail. If it's not about facts and it's about other things, then it's a different conversation. But I certainly hope that these regulatory bodies ultimately will make decisions based on facts. Now, having said that, just going back on this wave that we are dealing with, I think, listen, it's I'll be philosophical about this. We've dealt with this before. I mean, with Uefa, this is not the first time. We're going to go through the appropriate steps, and we're confident in our position. We're very comfortable in our position. I'm not concerned about that because facts will prevail. I will not accept for this club to be used as a diversionary tactic on poor investment decisions from other clubs. People make decisions; they got to live by them. We've managed ourselves well, and we will be judged by facts and facts alone. I mean, we're one well-run club. I mean, that's a fact. It's a well-managed wage to revenue ratio that compares to some of the best-run clubs in his league, in La Liga, but frankly in all of European football. He talks about what did he say, that we were distorted the market or something like that?
Driving prices.
Driving prices. I mean, there's a hypocrisy in this statement that is ironic. Well, number one, let's look at the Spanish league. The time of breaking records on player acquisitions. I mean, who started that? Let's go back to the world records. Figo, Zidane. I mean, these huge jumps in these transfers. I mean, where did they happen? You have to look back at the history of La Liga. It's a league that is dominated by two clubs. And Mr. Tebas should look back at history and how, distortion has happened throughout the ages. Then you look back at transfers. I mean, in the top 10 transfers of all time, Manchester City has not a single player in that, not a single one. So I don't really take that seriously, and I ask for our fans to always put it in context. Always look at facts. And I think people with glass homes shouldn't be throwing rocks. And let's always stick to facts. I'm happy to talk to anyone as long as the conversation is about facts. But once we start talking about innuendo and talking about theories, and I have no time for that. I don't think it's just an attack on Manchester City. I think there's a clear attack on the Premier League, and that's been consistent coming from that way. I mean, let's not forget. This is the best league in the world. And if you look at this season, there's no better testament to the statement where the two European competitions, the Champions League and the European Cup, are being, their finals are being competed by English teams. You have 4 Premier League teams competing in the 2 European finals. That's a fact. And that bothers a lot of people in many places. I find it very strange, coming back here in the UK and in England, we have to be protecting that. We have the best league in the world. We have the most commercial league in the world. We have the most successful clubs in the world, economically, commercially, I think in terms of a global presence. This is a special league. And going back to Mr. Tebas, that's why this attack is not just on Manchester City. This attack is against this league, and I hope people start seeing that and I know people don't want to defend Manchester City, but for God's sake, start defending this league. I think there's something deeply wrong in bringing ethnicity into the conversation. I mean, this is just ugly. I think the way he's combining teams just because of ethnicity, I find that very disturbing, to be honest. With success, there's a certain level of, jealousy, envy, called whatever that comes. That's part of the game. When Manchester United dominated the Premier League for many years, they know what they had to deal with for so many years. That's part of the game. It's not easy for our competition, we know that. You know, by the way, the football world is very small, and word comes around very quickly. So, you know, when someone somewhere in a leading position in any club says something or briefs something, guess what? We know about it. But the reality, we didn't buy the most expensive player in the Premier League. We didn't buy the most expensive goalkeeper. We didn't buy the most expensive defender. We didn't buy the most expensive midfielder. We didn't buy the most expensive striker. So when people throw that, what you know they throw at us, I go back, let's look at facts. Look at the facts, let's talk about facts.